Maybe even touch there going into 3. Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters, up and over.
Watch him get loose on the bottom. Gets into Johnny a little bit. Turns him sideways. Ben Rhodes able to get by. Timothy commits to the bottom. Austin Wayne comes down there. Wild ride for Timothy.
Is Kyle leaving the car?
He had been cutting it. Big. Big.
Casey Kane gets turned around. Greg Biffle involved. Mark Martin is there. No caution has come out. They're going to let him race back as Gordon piles in, and now the caution.
6. You knew that was going to be big when you saw the 9 coming back across the racetrack.
You see Casey Kane in the Budweiser car. He's going to make a run, and Allmendinger is going to take him all the way to the grass on a block.
Yeah, and I think Allmendinger, I think AJ felt like, okay, I'm this far down. He's not going to be there now.
And I mean, right in front of Mark Martin and Biffle. Who's that? Is that Truex in there too?
Yeah, Truex is in there.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 fellas in that front 5 running for the championship. Biffle, who is second in points in the 60, and Jason Keller, 5th in line. Oh, hard hit! Hard into the wall. Was Sprague, and cars go spinning everywhere.
Caution is out.
Jack Sprague with an incredibly hard hit coming out of turn 2.
All of a sudden they come off at 2. He gets a little wobble. Sprague does, gets that arrow push, corrects for it. There goes Todd around, and here comes the rest of the field.
Pretty much everybody else behind these cars was involved.
Look who's joined the party in the top 3. The 77 of Eric Jones and the 24, and around goes the 77 of Jones, almost up over the wall as they hit hard. The 20 of Kenseth involved, as is the 1 of McMurray. A big wreck coming out of turn 2.
You see it coming off turn 2, and Eric Jones' car gets loose, puts a little bit too much wheel back to the right, and basically head on into the wall, and then major impact behind, got him up in the air.
I think that was Daniel Suarez perhaps that made the first impact. It looked like the 19 car, that orange and white car.
There you see Jeremy Mayfield back there, about 12th or 13th spot on the racetrack.
Losing the lead to Casey Kane.
On the outside, and here comes Jimmy Johnson in as well. Jeremy Mayfield.
Oh, trouble in Blaney. Michael Waltrip and Blaney got together. There goes Blaney into the wall.
There goes everybody.
Yeah, Ryan Newman's in it, Greg Biffle.
48 car.
Half the field, it looks like.
And the 9th caution of the day will be huge. Here's what happened.
Oh, it's 3. They're just 3 wide down through there, and Blaney's trying to give the guy on the inside room, and he got into Michael.
There you see Greg Biffle gets to the back of Jimmy Johnson.
Did you see the 9 car shoot through there?
Hard to believe.
Wow, I can't believe he made it. A little dicey down the back straightaway. Cars get a little bit loose and crazy as they get the end of the back straightaway.
I mean, do they think it's 10 to go?
Trouble. Here we go.
Here
we go.
48.
Jimmy Johnson got turned, and they pile up behind him.
14, 48. I mean, the whole crowd. There's a 10. Wow. Lord have mercy.
Now watch Jimmy Johnson outside, second row.
Oh, they got 4 wide. What happened was the 1 car, he snuck to the outside of the 48 getting into turn 3, and the 6 tried to go to the inside. Just not enough room to make it 4 wide right there.
And Mike, I know you won't, the cars are the most difficult to hang on to at the end of that back straightaway.
I'll go to their crew chief right next to me.
Just follow in a row. That's all we're going to finish here.
That's Mike Wallace in the 7 car, Stephen Wallace in the 66, and David Stremme in another car owned by Rusty. Oh, we got a spin. It's a tap from Wallace.
Right behind you.
Oh, the big one in turn 1, heavy contact. Cars in the wall. Stephen Wallace heavily damaged. There comes Kyle Krisiloff down. David Rudiman involved.
See the intensity level coming up on these guys.
We saw Mike Wallace look like he was going below David Rudiman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of.
Oh, we got one sideways, Mike Bliss, and he
pounded.
Todd Bodine just gets by leading this race.
Yeah, it just wrecked all the cars.
A bunch of cars. This is the big wreck. It looks like there's over a dozen cars involved.
Shane Mill right behind him. I think when he get down here, Mike tries to go to the inside. Gets him bumped from the back.
That's Ashton Lewis hitting him hard.
Another lead lap car. There you see Coy Gibbs getting in the back of Ashton Lewis.
Nowhere to go.
And the right side of Kyle Busch's car was in his way.
Getting crowded up there at the front right now with the 42. Oh,
Whoa!
trouble. Big
crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano.
Oh, man.
And Eric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Yeah, heavy damage there on Danica. Oh, man, it looked like the 22 just got loose.
I think that.
Oh, man. What a ride that Danica went on.
Danica took a heck of a ride into the wall, and then the 43 just plowed in there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I think he committed to the outside lane.
A year ago, Morgan Shepherd led this race. He has led it today. He finished 13th. He said it was that win.
Out of control goes Kenseth.
Over on his roof.
Get back on the wheels. See what happens. He goes to block. Comes back in line. It looks like he may get a tap. Yeah, he gets a tap from David Reagan. Yep.
Car gets out of shape and then just pirouettes on its left side and goes over.
And we talk about the bump drafting has to be done on the straightaway, and you can see even on the straightaway, if you get hit too hard, it just takes the steering wheel out of your hands as a driver.
A drag race into turn one. Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn one. Caution comes out.
Lock her down. We're done. KO'd.
This is racing. This is side by side. I know it's 49 to go, but it's side by side racing for the win. You saw the wiggle from Martin Truex Jr. He just could not hold the car on the bottom without being loose. Had to turn the car to the right or he would have spun out and got into the side of the 18.
No brakes. Here we see Todd Bodine. He's going to be involved. Now, Jeff Gordon comes down. They're going to get three abreast, and Todd Bodine doesn't know that. He gets touched by the 77 car of Sachs. He goes down, hits the 24 car. Sachs, the 8 car, spins, and look at all these cars behind. They got no place to go. Watch Mark Martin. He's hit someone. He has no brakes.
3 wide for the lead. Harvick to the inside. Trying to take it away. He does.
Look at Kligerman. He's going to lean on. Oh, yes, I knew that was happening.
Parker Kligerman slides, hits the 32, catches the Austin Dillon in the 3.
Matt Crafton with some damage with the 88.
He clobbered Mark Martin. Crafton did. That's Dakota Armstrong down on the bottom. Johnny saw
and right into the back of the 3. Parker Kligerman can't see. He ran right into the back of the 3.
Watch Parker Kligerman. He just gets loose right there the first time, but he doesn't give it up, Phil. He tried to stay in the gas, and he turns he and Mark Martin around, taking Austin Dillon with him.
Yeah, what a tough break for Austin Dillon. Mark Martin, he got punted by the 88 of Matt Crafton. You'd mentioned that before.
The 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Look at the hands on A.J. Allmendinger. Up in the air goes the 42 of Kyle Larson. Caution comes out. And another contact. Matt Kenseth hits. The 1 of Jamie McMurray flying down pit road.
This is another great action shot right here. Watch this 42. Hits the wall, then gets pushed into the air by the 17. You see the roof flap open. The car sets back on the ground.
The 21 of Blaney, he's in the brakes, just nothing you can do. Remember, Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane had got shuffled back. They got behind this wreck. Matt Kenseth did not get through it. Casey Kane did.
You know what I love as a driver? You're driving down on the inside. You're in that 2 car. You're leading the race. Jay Sauter, and everything's going fine. You think you're in the right place, doing a good job. All of a sudden, a bunch of cars go by you on the outside, and you're still wide open. Say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble!
Boy,
the 2 car upside down, over and on to Scott Riggs. It's the big one.
Oh boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down. Cars driving under cars. Right here, this is turn 2. Kenny Wallace, the 48 car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Meal possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah. Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when they hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoie.
Thank you, Alan. And back to green flag racing. Joey Logano down into turn number 1. Whoa, look out, contact. We're going to try and go 3-4 wide again. Somehow we're making it through so far. Oh no, we didn't. Further up. 3-4. That's Allgaier.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Oh my, look at this. Tony Raines, as it just stacks up there.
We got cars stacked on top of cars. You can see that's where it starts there with he in the 16 car. Left foot hits hard. Then back out, gets the 99 car involved. Then nowhere to go for a lot of cars here.
Yeah.
This is where it gets big.
Didn't see Trevor Bayne in this mess. Look at Nelson Piquet. And we do have a red flag situation now. Another look.
I'm sorry, Jason Leffler there got himself out there, and you just can't expect to come back on the racetrack. There's other cars there that have no idea that you're still up to speed.
Green flag, here we go.
Boy, Joey Logano in the 20 took a look at the inside.
Mark Martin around. Martin gets hit and turned. Stewart tags him. Spins up to the wall. Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, Jamie McMurray, and more.
He's trying to get underneath of Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car here. He just kind of runs out of room. Jimmy blocks him off right there. And when he does, he gets just a little wee bit loose and drives over into Mark Martin, and it's on from there.
I'm not sure that the 1 car maybe got into the back of Mark just a little bit, got him a little sideways too, possibly when they stacked up.
Kyle Larson, the outside. Carl Edwards on the inside. Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Go down low. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22. Big hits by the 19. And the caution comes back out again.
That is exactly what we saw Joey Logano was going to try to do. Big fire of the 78. But that is what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, the wreck isn't what we thought. The 22 gets a big run. Carl sees him coming. He goes to block. 22 does not slow up. Stays in the throttle. Big wreck.
He's been on a roll, though. 3 top 5s in the last 6 races. This car was so good in practice, he quit early. But there's a crash on the racetrack.
On the backstretch. Big problems going down towards turn number 3. A lot of cars involved. Rudiman is in that. Gilliland is in there. Boyer. You see the 43 of Sorensen, the 83 of Vickers. There's Rudiman. Dale Jr. caught up in it as well.
I'm not even sure where this one starts. You see the 12 car. Wow. He gets tapped. Yeah. He gets into the back. It's like Casey gets in the back of him.
Yeah, and that's what happens with these cars sometimes. If you're not dead straight when you're hitting the guy in front of you bump drafting, you're going to turn them straight into the wall.
And you saw the 00 turn to the outside. Well, obviously he got hit in the back and turned the opposite way by somebody.
Well, we saw that at Daytona. Those guys in the Fords, they complained about their cars, and they raced pretty darn good.
Uh-oh, Kyle caught up. The field accordion's back.
Whoa, man.
Trouble. Stewart in the wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robbie Gordon's in it. The 33. Harvick is around.
Here we go, guys.
The big one.
It's just a matter of time.
At least 20 cars.
Now watch Kyle Petty on the right side of your screen.
Right back here. Here's Kyle.
He's trying to find a place in line, and everybody scrambles.
Mike Wallace in the 33 up against the wall there.
Elliott Sadler flying toward the inside wall.
Takes a hard hit on that inside wall, guys. That is a heavy hit.
Mark Martin
Terry Labonte.
Here comes Montoya.
Here comes Kane on the bottom.
No out of bounds here at Atlanta. You can go down below the yellow line.
That was
McMurray and Boyer get together. Kurt Busch is in it.
Here we
go.
Another green-white checker.
Mark Martin in the fence.
If we got anybody left.
Caution before the white flag. And you're right, Darrell. If anybody's able to get going, we'll do it again.
Jamie was trying to block, but he realized he was going way too fast.
Here comes Kenseth. Oh, yeah.
One just walked up the racetrack, gets into Boyer, and it was on from there. Little boy Mark Martin came in there and hard lick on Martin Truex Jr.
Ambrose, nice job to miss that one. Greg Biffle, too.
48.
And Gilliland.
Riding along with the bat cam, 100 miles an hour on that camera as they go down the back stretch.
Oh, there it is.
Hard into the wall. The 41 of Kurt Busch. He'll collect the rest of the field.
The 18's in it. The 48's in it.
The 88 is in it. Just on the front edge. She starts to roll now on the apron.
Oh, just...
Looks like the 78. Was that the 38 perhaps of David Reagan?
Yeah, I think it was a 38. It's like that 78 trying to make it 4 wide.
Hey, Chris, we just heard Casey Kane talking to his crew chief, Tommy Baldwin. He said the track is getting tighter. Big track.
Holy cow, the car upside down on the back straightaway.
Carl Long has crashed hard and collected Bobby Labonte in the process.
Man, Carl's car just took a wild tumble.
Somebody hits
he just gets hooked.
Brendan Gaughan got into the back of Joe Nemechek in the 01. Brendan Gaughan in the 77.
And Carl Long goes for the wild ride.
And that's all on driver's side right there, sliding down the racetrack. Now she starts to tumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But one reason that they have to do that is because these cars start overheating a lot quicker with the rule package that we have right now.
And they don't just start...
Treble turn 2.
No.
5, 6 cars in it. And more. McMurray and the one coming up, and Reagan gets in the back of Menard.
Yeah, that's what happened. He got down on that left side and pushed him right around. You just cannot touch a guy on the left rear corner or you're going to wreck him.
Montoya and Gordon get away. Kenseth's involved. The 55 of Michael Waltrip, heavy damage.
She's on the bottom of the racetrack, just can't move that car up, and cars are just going by on the outside, freight training her.
And she lost about 10 spots. Oh, we got trouble coming off of 2 already.
Matt Kenseth is around a hard hit. Kenseth took a hard hit.
Oh, somebody on their head. Donnie Nuremberg in 52 goes tumbling down the backstretch and then in the inside wall.
Watch the 11. He drives down underneath the 17, the Matt Kenseth. He just touches him coming off the corner. Kenseth does everything he can to save it. And then here comes the rest of the field, and forget it. Johnny Sauter got hit hard.
That was incredible.
Whoa, trouble.
2 cars around.
A lot of cars.
Watch your inside. Block her down.
A lot of cars.
Incredible save not to spin out, but then unfortunately those behind him just couldn't get slowed down.
They were 4 wide. They were 4 wide going into turn 1.
Poor Matt Kenseth's woes continue.
Well, they get 4 wide, Mike. They went in here in a big wide and they just can't make it.
20 on the inside, the yellow car.
Oh, the 21 dove in behind him. When he got in behind him, that 78 was on the outside of him, just took the air right off him. He did a great job, but unfortunately, Chase Elliott had nowhere to go.
Kurt Busch sliding by.
Kurt Busch, the 19 of Carl Edwards, spins and connects, makes contact with the 24 Chase Elliott.
Well, we got us a whole new show here, if you will, because there's a bunch of people back here that haven't been near the front all day, and now they got a chance to get up there and race for the lead. Oh, here we go.
1 car at the bottom and 2 up top.
It's the big one.
Oh, there's cars everywhere.
That's the big one.
Not a question of if, but when.
Oh, yeah, the Fedowa.
Tim Fedowa getting into the back of David Green.
Fedowa had a bad weekend last weekend with some contact with several cars, and again today.
And these guys are teammates, Fedewa and David Green.
He said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside.
Upside
on
down.
The side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there.
I've been upside down at Daytona one time and slid on my roof just like that, sparks flying, and I was just hoping at the last second it was going to roll back over so I could get out. But AJ's didn't do that. He was stuck upside down. Not a comforting feeling. That oil tank is right behind you. It's very possible for oil to start leaking out. You want to get out of there as fast as you can.